He's in! Comets win! Comets win!
There's a nice feed by
Hunter!
And Baisley with the rip. Dean Larry, you got to load that one up. Hey.
Oh, got a little wink action there.
Hey. And set. Go! The Warriors in the state final!
Mariemont High School for ICRC Friday night football or basketball action. We're going to do our national anthem first, and we'll come back with you here. Now let's get the formal introduction here of tonight's game. I am Bill Bretz, and joining me is Frank Edwards. And Frank, it's not football, it's basketball, because if it was football, we'd be pretty darn cold out there tonight because it's a cool night out there. We have Mariemont taking on Reading in CHL action here. Reading off to their best start in a while. Mariemont with a new coach trying to find their way here, I think, right now. So I think that's where we're going to go here tonight.
Right. These games are so important for league action. You know, you want to go in there and get these big W's for your league and, you know, make that season even better. And with Reading coming in here, they're having a great start to the season, having only that one blemish against the Deer Park Wildcats. So I'm interested to see how this game comes out to be. And right now, Reading's playing really, really good. Like you stated before the game, they're shooting well, playing well defense, and that's, you know, I like to see that.
This team is actually shooting the lights out from the three-point range. They're averaging as a team over 40% from the three-point range. They have 5 guys who are 40% and better, one guy 50% and better. So they can shoot the ball. They have scored 63 points. That's their average this season. So they've started off pretty good. And talking to Coach Bill Stidham, they're kind of the cataract guys right now. They've had at least 2 or 3 games in which they've come from behind to win. And then the Madeira game, they had a big lead, blew that lead, and held on to win by a basket there. So I think they're going to give Coach Stidham some gray hair this year. So,
right. Well, that's something too. Them seniors are not quitting, and when they have a lead or go down, they're not quitting to come back and get that.
That's right. Reading is the visiting team, obviously, tonight here at Mariemont High School. They come in 6-1 and overall 2-1 in the league. They will be starting A.J. Brown. He's a 6'2" senior, averaging 12 a game. Brandon Ross, the leading scorer in the team, 5'8" senior, averaging 16-1 a game, 47% from the three-point arc. Gabe Van Skuyt, he's a 6'2" senior, 7.1, 6.9 rebounds. He's the leading rebounder for the team. Also starting T.J. Manning, a senior, 6'7" a game, 1.9 rebounds, 3.9 and assists. And Nash Morgan, he's a 6'2" senior, 5 a game, 2.3 rebounds. And he's averaging 44% from the three-point arc. So they are coached by Bill Stidham in his 4th season. Mariemont Warriors, Dave Caldwell in his 1st season as the head coach at Mariemont High School. He will be starting Jake Daugherty, he's a 6'5" senior. James DeMichael, a 5'10" senior. Cam Lackney, 5'10" junior, averaging 8.2 a game and 2 rebounds a game. Jackson Stevens, a 5'10" junior. And Ryan Mattery's a 6'2" junior, averaging 4 a game, 4.8 rebounds. He's got a couple of his big guys are not starting the game tonight, but we'll see if they're playing, come in and playing very quick. Dave Caldwell, interesting story behind him right now is that Dave was an assistant for many years with Jerry Gorder over at McNicholas High School. Spent 8 years over there. Then he was 8 years head coach at Glen Estee High School. He left there to become a principal and decided to go back to the classroom because he missed his coaching. Right. So last year he was an assistant over at Milford, and this year he got the head job here at Mariemont High School. So it's interesting, Frank, that he got out of coaching basically, and then missed it and come back in. I can understand.
You can relate to that too. In the same way, if you've coached before, and you really have passion and love for it.
Right.
Because I feel the same way.
Yeah.
It's something in you. I totally can understand that as you can too.
Our officials tonight: Johnny Saggers, Ben Levine, Andy Eyes. Mariemont comes in this game 2-3 overall, 1-2 in the league. As we're about ready to tip this off, Jack Daugherty, a 6'5" senior, he's going to be jumping it up against Dave Van Skype. About ready to tip it off here. Bill Blitz, Frank Edwards, glad you have joined us here on this kind of cool mixed weather night of snow and rain here.
So they got to put a sub, so he's going to get to play right away. Like you said, he came in, Mr. Voigt here, was injured in football, and we had a substitution because he had a black jersey underneath it.
Oh, he had a black jersey underneath it, so, well, he wanted to get his little action in here. Elijah Vault gets the ball first.
You're starting now as the game right before it starts.
So Vault, he had a hand injury during football, and is now back seeing his first action of the season here tonight.
Got a man-to-man defense here shown by Mariemont, and that's going to be a traveling.
Traveling on Vault, so the first turnover goes against Reading. He played 19 seconds of this first quarter, and Mariemont with the ball. As DeMichael triggers it in.
He's got a press here shown by Reading.
He's doing a full court press to start the game.
Looks like a 1-2-2 type here press.
Over the timeline though. That's Cam Lackney.
Man-to-man defense shown by Reading. Start this game.
Michael. Over to Stevens. This baseline drive, they cut him off. There's a long shot taken by Doherty and it's no good. Van Skype.
Tough pass.
Kicks it back out to Brown, and they lose it. Ready another turnover.
2 quick turnovers.
Neither team has gotten a shot off yet here in this game. Or actually Mariemont's had 2, and that's their second one, and that one is a good one. That's going to be a 3-pointer for James DeMichael.
Just uncontested. They got to make sure they have the hand in his face.
And there is a long 3-pointer that's taken by Ross, and that's no good. So that was Reading first attempt. And that's a travel on Stevens.
As you take a look at Reading's schedule, this is really their own second game that's away. I know they're away right now because their school's getting built, but official, away game.
Right, they play their home games over at Sports Plus. Not the best atmosphere for high school basketball.
It'll just make that new gymnasium so much better when they do get it.
I know the coaches can't wait.
Right.
So that'll be coming next year. TJ Manning, by the way, got that uniform adjusted. He's back in the ball. He's in the ball game now. Seeing his first action, number 12. He's driving the baseline right now. Kicks it back out. There is Ross. No good.
Going to block in the back by Reading.
That will be on. I think they called on Gabe Van Skype.
Yep,
yes, they did.
Yep.
It was Gabe's first foul. Reading's had a couple of attempts from the floor. Both of them have been 3-pointers, and both of them no good. Played about 2.5 minutes, and Mariemont's got the only points on the board right now.
Mariemont's doing a good job by being patient and trying to find the open guy though here early on.
Michael. Stevens being hounded down there by A.J. Brown.
Possession also by Reading.
And they're going to call travel. So a couple of turnovers on each side, and we played just a little over 3 minutes with only one basket being scored in the game. Reading has coming in game as, National Morgan has been in the game. But
jump trap shown here by Mariemont.
and Sky, that is to Morgan. Morgan baseline, and it is blocked out of bounds by Jake Gordy.
Big block.
Gordy 6'5", he's senior. You see this again, man, he played that perfect.
Still haven't got a bucket.
And Sky up, no good. And that's Ryan Matarese. Matarese dribbled the ball out of bounds, so another turnover for the Warriors. And Reading coming back the other direction, TJ Manning. Manning, a heck of a soccer player. He's all-state in soccer. He's going to be playing soccer at Indiana University East next year. He's got a soccer scholarship. Kind of getting warmed up with it on the basketball team. He's doing pretty well, too, this season. And there's a baseline drive by Ross. He gets his first points. First points for the Blue Devils.
That's what they say. If you're missing them outside ones, try to get you an easy one to get started. Looks like Mariemont's doing a mass substitution here. They're going to have about 4 subs coming into this game.
Well, we knew we had a couple of the guys that were big in stats did not start, so maybe they're now and they're starting. We have a foul coming up, though.
That's going to be a Blue Devil foul charged to Gabe Bennett, number 3. That's his
so Baker comes in for Reading.
In the game for Reading, number 33.
Did not see who the foul was on. It was on, see if we can see on Polly's program where
that was DeMichael.
Michael picks up the foul.
Number 20, John Michael and number 21, Evan Sizer.
So Evan Sizer's in the game right now, along with Max McGowan. Can't Lackney stays in the game.
It was Gabe.
Oh, it was Gabe?
Yes.
Oh.
So
He
he
picked
has
up
2
his
early
second.
ones.
He's got 2 early fouls.
Someone's got to box him out. He's a beast down there. Nice way to
That is Max McGowan. McGowan gets it first back. It's also Jack Borcherdine is in the game for Mariemont. You can see this last basket coming up by McGowan.
Just no box out. Got to make sure they box him out underneath.
Dave Caldwell says this guy is intense and very strong. And he is a sophomore, but he did not play last year because of an injury. So he's actually seeing his first varsity action this year. It's been a nice addition to the team. And there is a driving layup by McGowan. And quickly, McGowan's got 4 points.
Yeah, see where this foul is. That was a tough foul there. But he does make the bucket, and he's going to get the end one.
Foul is on A.J. Brown. That's his first. That's the team's third. McGowan at the line, off the rim. McGowan, 67% foul shooter. We played under 3. It's under 3 minutes now. 7-2 score. Mariemont's in the lead.
May have jinxed Reading early on because they haven't shot too well so far in this first quarter. And there's a turnover.
Another turnover. Cole Baker is in the game for Reading. Number 33, 6'4" senior. Of course, Cole was the quarterback on the football team this past season, for most of the season.
I have my version. It's called Super Sleuth.
Too easy there. That's
Baseline, that's
Just they
No
got to
good.
do something. We see a timeout here by Reading. I agree with this timeout. It's frustrating as a coach because that's way too easy dribbling around to him to go to that basket like that. It's happened a couple times in a row.
So Bill Stidham calls a 30-second timeout. That basket was done by John Michael Sennis. Nice job on Sennis. He misses the baseline, gets his rebound. We're going to see the last 3 baskets, so we'll see that Sennis basket will be the 3rd one in there.
Just wanting more right now. You see it here. That was just.
That's the strong effort there by McGowan, a sophomore. And McGowan again, right back with it, and we see John Michael Sennis now. He missed on that one, but Sennis got missed the baseline, got the hit back. So a 7-0 run right now for the Warriors. It is ugly sweaters, Christmas sweater night here at Mariemont. When we get a chance, we'll get to see that crowd up there.
Right. The whole city
We got a whole
section.
bunch of ugly sweaters in front of us here tonight.
There's
Man,
another turnover.
Now, you can't say that was not an unforced, because they really putting a lot of pressure, especially Max McGowan, putting a lot of pressure on him. Elijah Vaught back in the ball game. A.J. Brown takes a seat on the bench now for the Blue Devils.
Yet again, the right side.
Sizer with the drive. Baker with the rebound. Long three-pointer by Ross. No good. He's 0 for 3 tonight. And a baseline by Sennis. John Michael Sennis gets his 4th point. Sennis averages 4 a game.
Mariemont's came ready to play tonight. Reading's definitely going to have to tie their shoes on and get ready to play because Mariemont's came to play tonight for sure.
As we said at the beginning here, though, Frank, this team's been in this situation before where they have been down in some of the games and they have come back and won games. At least 2, maybe 3 games this season, they were down by some margin here and won.
Just not shooting the ball well either this
No,
first
they're
quarter. We
not.
had that with turnovers, and not playing that tight defense is going to cause that. But luckily, there's a couple turnovers Mariemont's had, and this league would have been a lot worse. So.
Last shot was taken by Donique Patterson. He's in the game. Donique is a senior, a 6'2" senior.
Back in the game for the Warriors, number 5, James
Michael coming back in the ball game for Mariemont. He replaces Cam Lackney. He takes a seat and bench, gets a little rest now. Manning running that offense right now. Out high, Elijah Vaught. Reading's just really having a hard time just trying to get in control of the ball right now.
Almost another turnover.
It's Evan Sizer. He leads his league in steals, and Manning. They did everything but go in.
They can't buy a bucket right now.
Well, you know, they're getting the breaks right now because of the turnovers by Mariemont, but they're just not taking advantage of them right now.
Yep.
35.8 seconds go here in the first quarter. Ross dribbling the ball over the timeline. Threw a couple picks. Off the pick, too, is Patterson. Nice. Just could not get it to fall. And they thought that was.
They said it was off Reading, and then they decided to.
They changed their mind on that. Well, Reading gets it back. So, moot point. 10 seconds to go.
They gotta watch the clock.
Elijah Vaught, he's going to drive. Vaught, he's going to be fouled.
On the floor, I believe.
Fouls on the floor. Charge to the Warriors, Jack Morgan.
You're right, it is on the floor, so it will not be a shooting foul. A.J. Brown and Manning out for offense purposes here with 2 seconds to go. Ross triggering in. Brown up and in. Wow, with 2/10 of a second left.
He must do, does he play track? He has that bounce, like high jump type of bounce. You see how high he got there?
I know he did. The foul is on McGowan. That's his first, and with 0.2 of a second to go, Brown gets the basket and trying for three, and he's got it. So 3 points in 1.8 seconds. Desperation shot at the end there, and that is it. We're going 11-5 here in favor of the Warriors. And we're going to see some of the highlights of that first half in a second. While we're watching those highlights right now, we'll tell you that we got a very special halftime here tonight at Mariemont High School. Mariemont's girls lacrosse team won the state championship this past spring, and tonight at halftime they're going to be presented their rings.
A couple CHL champions this fall.
Well, yeah, actually, it's an interesting point you brought up there with that right now, Frank. We have had 4 state champions this year in the CHL from 4 different schools and 4 different sports.
That's awesome.
So that's pretty intense.
It is.
It started with Deer Park winning the boys basketball championship in late March.
Right.
Then Mariemont girls winning the lacrosse in the spring. And then this fall, Indian Hill girls won the soccer championship. They're back-to-back state champions in soccer. And then about 3 weeks ago, the Wyoming Cowboys brought home the state championship in Division IV football. So 4 different schools, 4 different sports in state championships this year for the CHL. Pretty impressive. So we'll also be talking to lacrosse coach Kevin Ferry after that presentation at halftime. So stay tuned for that. That's going to be a good one. Bill Bretz, Frank Edwards, glad you joined us here at Mariemont High School. The Warriors have taken a 11-5 lead coming into the beginning of this quarter. Already Noah scored last 5 points. Donnie Patterson with the first basket, his first basket. And there's a steal. Baker coming back up the floor. Nash Morgan, I should say. Patterson will not fall, but he's fouled.
Reading's definitely came out of the second quarter like how you should start the game. And you can see know that Mariemont's came out ready to play, so they need to get in that same intense level.
Patterson at the line, misses that foul shot. Donique is a 60% foul shooter. Ryan Mattery's back in the ball game for Mariemont along with Cam Lackney. Second attempt now by Patterson. It's good. Donique has 3.
Something you noted with Gabe Van Skyke, he leads Reading's team with 7.9 rebounds a game, and with him in foul trouble, that's why other players need to make sure they have to box out, because Mariemont does a great job rebounding the ball.
And Max McGowan just got his 6th point, and he's at the line.
Nash Morgan, number 32, with his first personal
foul is on Nash Morgan. That's his first. That's the team's 4th. McGowan, he says 60% foul shooter, gets that one. So Max came off the bench now, has got 7 points now. Sophomore.
Stevens.
And Warriors, a bit of a full court press, but Reading breaks it. There's Brown. Brown, short shot from the baseline, no good. Rebounded by McGowan. Gives it over to Cam Lackney. Lackney now running out. Warrior offense. Borshadine. There's Matteries, 8-footer, and then from the baseline, no good. Battle for the rebound. And Brandon Ross loses it out of bounds.
On the near side inbound, it's going to be number 11, McGowan.
Gage McClure is also in the ball game for Mariemont, number 3. McClure, though, saves that ball. In the paint, shot, no good by Borshadine. Brandon Ross. Nice move. Just could not make it fall. Boy, Reading. How many have they missed tonight, Frank?
A lot of layups.
Oh, Mariemont's not missing on the other side, especially Max McGowan now. He is up to 9 points. Gowan's one short of his season high, 10 against Madeira.
Yeah, you're right, he's playing hard tonight. We got a different defense shown here by Mariemont.
Morgan,
They had
three-pointer, no
three-pointers
good.
have been non-existent tonight, and that's opposite for what they're shooting on the year, for sure.
Well, the percentage is very, very bad right now, but you see, McGowan, he is just hot as a firecracker right now. Season high 11 points, and we've only played a quarter and 3 minutes.
Nice pass. That looks like
Brown underneath, and he's fouled, and I think it's going to be by Doherty. No.
And the foul's charged to Max McGowan, number 11 for Mariemont.
That's something I'm noticing in this game. We need to get one for sure. Here's a replay here. Just
Here's the replay.
AJ Brown.
Actually, the foul's on McGowan. So he's going to be coming out of the game here, it looks like. He is. He's out of the game. Evan Sizer back in. A.J. Brown missed his first foul shot. A.J. 56% foul shooter. He is 1 for 3 tonight. But a rebound by Danique Patterson, offensive rebound. Ross got it. Nothing but net. Well, if Redding's going to get in the game, that guy's got to get a heat up.
Right, averaging 16.1 points a game, and there's a turnover.
He's fine. Wow. As it has been said in the past, the bakery is open because the turnovers are pouring out tonight. On both sides. Redding's down 7. Patterson over the box, back in the ball game.
Look for pass fakes and dribble penetration against this defense here.
There's Ross again, and got it. 2 in a row for Brandon Ross. This brought the Blue Devils back within 4.
I definitely need the big one.
There's a drive by Sizer. Sizer with the ball.
And you made a point too, you know, if Mariemont getting in foul trouble, who else is going to come in there and score points for Mariemont in this game anyway?
Right, there's Brown. Brown, he's got a basket. Wow. A.J. Brown coast to coast. The 2-point ball game.
8-0 run, I believe, right now. Within 2 threes.
Well, right now, I think this Mariemont offense is missing Macklin.
Right,
McGowan
that's what I was
right
saying,
now.
you know, we'll see where the points are going to come from. There's another turnover.
Another turnover. There is T.J. Manning, easy basket, and it is a tie ball game. Wow, Redding's come all the way back.
Right.
And they're doing it with Gabe Van Skyte on the bench, too. So.
Right. Well, you've been saying it all along that this is what they've been doing all year.
Off the rim, and there's the smallest guy on the floor, picks up the rebound, and Ross trying to strip for defenders. Patterson picks it up and puts it in, and Redding got their first lead of the night. And Dave Caldwell is going to call a 30-second timeout here with 3:20 to go. As we're going to see the last 5 buckets of Redding.
It's a 10-0 run. It was 18-8. Right. Shots involved, just effort and finally some shots falling.
Well, the first 2 were by Ross, 2 3-pointers right there.
And that ignited their whole team effort-wise, and you've seen some turnovers. And
A.J. Brown. This is T.J. Manning. And Danique Patterson. So there you go. Wow. Patterson's got 5 points right now. Manning's got a basket. Ross has got 8, including 2 3-pointers, and Brown has 5.
Game of runs, they call it, and whoever has the last one wins. You know, that's what it's been so far.
Yep. So Redding with the first lead. We have John Matarese there. Channel 9.
Surprised ain't a 5-second call. Oh, wow. Got lucky there.
Yeah. They're counting it right now. Good hustle by Reading's defense.
It's amazing what a couple made shots to do for you. It just intensifies the whole team.
Michael out of bounds right in front of us. Into Senis. Coach Cotwell said that he's still trying to find what works for this team right now. He has 12 guys that he'll play.
That's a deep team, nice offensive rebound.
Oh, yeah. Put back, no good. Brown with the rebound. Manning the other way. He liked to get down to 7 or 8 guys.
Too out of control there.
Yeah. But he's not afraid to play any of them right now.
Almost had him jumping out of the gym.
That's right. Doherty probably does not take 3-pointers.
Nice pass.
Oh, nice pass and nice feed in, but will not fall for Cam Lackney.
It's almost like they've switched teams and how they've kind of missed their shots. And
Vaught trying to thread through that defense. And the foul looked like it's on James DeMichael. That's his first, and that is the team's 5th.
Didn't have his feet set. 2 rushing. For how good of a shooter. He probably still makes those all the time, but you can see he kind of leaned into it.
Jackson Stevens. Some Mariemont starters are back in that ball game from the original group there. And the ball is kicked out of bounds.
Mass subs in this first half. Like you said, both teams are pretty deep, so keeping us on our toes with all the new players getting subbed in. For sure.
Cole Baker back in for Reading. Senis.
A little flex cut there.
And it's taken away by Reading.
Nice pass.
Nice Cole Baker, and it's blocked out of bounds by Jack Borcherding. Jack, 6'5", sophomore. Nice timing there for Jack. Elijah Vaught now underneath the Reading basket. Ross.
Nice
Ross to Patterson. And
Patterson's
Patterson.
tonight. That was a nice play by Reading. All 3 of those players did a great job in their passing.
How about Elijah Vaught's first points of the season there? Reading with
feels good, especially being a senior.
And Reading keeps that run going right now too.
Yeah, it was 18-8 at one point. Another turnover.
Ross with the turnover.
Nice.
And nice job by DeMichael. Coming back the other direction. DeMichael really nowhere to go. Actually, that was a good defense by Ross.
Right. Both teams have brought it up to that level. Mariemont started out on that level. Reading wasn't hitting the shots, but Reading's really taking it to that next level in this second quarter.
Elijah Vaught.
Mariemont went ice cold from shooting for sure.
Something was going on. The buzzer went off.
And the game still played.
Yeah.
And that's the way you do it. It's always the official's whistle.
We're down to 28 seconds. Remember to stick around at halftime. It was a very special halftime presentation for the Mariemont Girls Lacrosse State Championship team coming up. Manning, and that's going to be a charge against Manning. So that's TJ, that is his first foul, and that is the fifth one on the Reading. So that's what we show. We have 5. Actually, right now they're showing the Warriors with 5 fouls, and I do have them with 5. They're showing Reading with only 4. So I think that might.
We're having an official check on fouls.
Yeah, I think that's what the discussion's going to be right now. But I think it's 5 each right now. I have Van Skype with 2, Brown with 1, Manning with 1, and Nash Morgan with 1. Manning just committed 1. Now they have corrected it on the scoreboard. So they're just making sure both books are
Say you've even got a third
same.
book if you need it. Huh?
Yeah, there you go. Got my book over here.
More the merrier. Who's got the right numbers?
Well, I think it's
Imagine
right.
if all 3 had different numbers.
I
What
know.
happens then?
I don't know. 'Cause my book doesn't count. Anyway, it is correct on the scoreboard now, 5 and 5. So Johnny Stager's over here. Of course, Johnny part of the
So they
Stag. Go ahead.
I was wondering why they're shooting. There's a technical given, so there must have been.
Technical
He
was
wasn't. There's a
on.
player not in the book, I believe.
Oh. So technical is on Mariemont.
Shows you how important it is, just to all the little things. You know, you got to have players in the book, and
Well, Ross
sometimes
is,
that's the assistant's job to check that.
Ross is 68% foul shooter. Has now made double figures with 10 points.
All in this quarter with that too.
Yeah.
You know?
Oh, yeah. He had a basket first quarter, but he had 8 of his.
Most of them, I guess.
10.
I
Yeah,
would say.
yes.
Most of his-
Had 2 big threes this quarter.
Right.
That got that run going.
So that makes that run even bigger than it was. 18-8 at one point, and now it's 24-18.
14 now, 9 seconds to go here in the first half. Manny kicks it off to Ross. Ross
Wow.
got it.
Unbelievable.
Unbelievable, you're right. Ross, 13 points, 11 in this quarter, and what a run, like you said, at a 19-0 run
That's a huge
for
run.
Reading to take a 27-18 lead. What a
It
turnaround.
was almost like they got laid off the bus and showed up in
Well.
the second quarter. You know, just
Well, this team has done this a few times.
like you
That's the
said,
thing.
you're right.
All right. All right, we're going to take a quick break and we'll come back real fast here for this presentation for the Mariemont Girls Lacrosse. Don't go away.
Easy walk through the early stages of the state tournament. In the regional final, trailing the Braves by 5 with 4.5 minutes remaining. The Lady Warriors rallied to tie the game in the last seconds of regulation and secured the win in the opening minutes of overtime, winning 13-12 in the state semifinal game. Against St. Francis de Sales, the Lady Warriors once again rallied late in the game to force the game into overtime. They sealed the 15-14 win. The championship game started slowly, but the Mariemont girls prevailed with a 13-10 win, securing the first girls team state championship in school history. At this time, Superintendent Stephen E. Stepp and Principal Dr. Jim Renner will present the team with their championship rings. And here are your 2018 girls state champions: Abby Uren, Kendall Dewey, Gracie Lyons, Ellie Poindexter, McGowan.
Get the monitor. Go to the truck and get the monitor.
Charlotte Coates. Abby Kapkar. Sophie Porter. Isabella Paz. Kate McIntosh. Lily Toman. Marley McGowan. Sorry, Gall. Sophie Toman. And a coach. Chloe Telkamp. Holly Byers. Fan of the game, Emma Kuwatch. Kira George. Courtney Robinson. Laura Campbell. Danielle Bryan. Molly Sullivan. Francis Harrington. Haley Zervis. Your coaches. Head coach Kevin Ferry. And your assistants, Lee Fisher. Mary Milo. Julie Morgan. And Graham Harden. Your trainer from Mercy Health, Jeremy Sykes. And on the voice of the Lady Warriors, Dave Burton. Ladies and gentlemen, let's give a big hand for your 2018 Ohio Division II Girls Lacrosse State Champions.
And we're back here at halftime tonight. The Blue Devils have a lead over the Warriors in basketball, but the big thing at halftime tonight was lacrosse. And the Mariemont girls lacrosse team was presented with their rings tonight for their state championship this past spring. And joining me now is head coach Kevin Perry. And Kevin, first off, congratulations. This kind of puts a cap on the whole year.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay.
It's been a great experience here, and last season really kind of sealed things off nicely.
Take us through that championship game. You fell behind a little bit early. Then Courtney Robinson had a goal, tied the game at 3 apiece. You never looked behind there. You never gave up the lead the rest of the game. How was it?
Yeah, Courtney just has so much passion and plays so aggressively that, once she got going in the first half, she scored 6 before she was done, and Kira had a couple. And that really brought us to the point where by the end of the first half, we were up by 1. And it was kind of appropriate. We actually ended up switching at halftime. We had the senior leadership in the first half score all of our production. And then in the second half, it was the freshmen. We had Sophie Toman and Mara Campbell, 2 of our freshmen, scored a couple goals each to seal the win.
We'll talk about them a little bit later. Let's talk about your 2 seniors last year. Courtney Robinson ended up 93 goals on the season. And, of course, Kira George had 67 goals on the season. Terrific 1-2 punch that you had there.
Well, and just watching them play, it was such a beautiful thing to see. Sari Gall also, over the years, played with the 2 of them, and the way the 3 of them would move off of each other and set each other up. This is my 15th year coaching girls lacrosse, and I have had some phenomenal players here, but I've never seen anything like the chemistry that those 3 had with each other. There were times when on the sidelines I really just felt more like a spectator than a coach, just watching what those 3 could do. It was remarkable.
The state has officially recognized lacrosse for 2 straight years now. And if you add up the numbers right now, there's been 4 Division II champions, boys and girls. 3 of them from this league.
Yeah.
2 of them from this school. Of course, Indian Hill won the girls 2 years ago. What does that do for you going into the tournament, saying you have probably the toughest lacrosse league in the state?
Well, and I've always believed strength of schedule is the most important thing. I could schedule differently, and we could probably crank out some more wins a year. But I think, knowing that you've gone up against the toughest competition you can find means that when you go into the tournament, you're not going to get caught off with teams that you're just not prepared for. But we're fortunate. I've got some relationships with some Division I coaches here at the GGCL schools with Ursula and Ursuline and, Eddie Clark over at Sycamore, and they give us games every year. And when you're consistently competing, at that level against the Division I strongest teams in the city and some teams up in Columbus, it makes us stronger and it makes us tournament ready every year.
Okay. Mariemont's been a hotbed of soccer for years. I mean, it was with the boys, had 4 state championships. Now the girls has state championship. Why here? What's the story? And I'm thinking that maybe Graham Harden has something to do with this.
Graham has a lot to do with it. Graham both from a tactical point of view and all of his experience and his incredible knowledge, but also as an inspiration to the kids and the community. But a lot of it also, and Graham says the same thing, is if you show me a winning high school program, I'll show you a good youth program. And that's really true. I mean,
sure.
We've got great coaches in the youth program. We've got community members and family members that are supportive and running their kids back and forth to games and feeding us as a team. And it's just a great community to play in. And they've embraced lacrosse as a sport, and they've really kind of encouraged us on. And so both the girls and the boys team have enjoyed a lot of success because really we've got some great community members supporting us and coaching the kids.
Lacrosse is really catching on in the state now. I mean, obviously, now this is starting this year, the 3rd year in a row that it's been a state-sponsored sport. It's been around for a while. But I think actually nationwide lacrosse is really catching on. I guess this is helping with your program. People go, hey, I'm going to try this sport out. This is something different.
It's fun. So I was a Moeller grad in '88, and so I got to play for the first high school team in the city. And so we had to travel to Columbus and up to Indiana to get games. But yeah, it has taken off, and having played baseball in my life, and baseball was always my favorite sport as a kid, lacrosse is just so fast-paced and constant action, and there's no dead spot on the field. So I think, kids see all the movement and the speed and the power, and it's hard to step away from. It's a lot of fun.
We're getting a little bit of a wrap-up right now, but real quickly, you said you got a couple of good freshmen from last year. What's it look like this year?
Good. We return a lot. I mean, you're never going to graduate a Courtney Robinson and a Kira George and a Sari Gall and I could go through the other names, Daniel Bryan, and we had some great kids, but we do have a lot of young talent coming back this year, a really strong this year sophomore class and some important juniors and seniors along the way too. So we'll have a good season. We'll be competitive.
Let's keep that CHL dominance going up there.
Sounds good to me.
All right, Kevin, congratulations again, and good luck this season.
Great. Thank you very much.
All right, we will be back for second half action in just a moment. Don't go away. And welcome back to Mariemont High School for ICRC. Friday night basketball here. Yes, that is the score, 27-18. Reading finishes the second quarter with a 19-0 run. And they have the ball to start this quarter here. So Bill Bretz, Frank Edwards, glad you have joined us here. A.J. Brown has 5 points. Fought and Elijah Vault 2. T.J. Manning 2. Danique Patterson 5. And Brandon Ross 13-11 in the second quarter. Here's Van Ross again. Baseline. Max McGowan has 11 of his team's 18 points. James DeMichael has 3, and John Michael Simmons has 4. And there's a block by Danique Patterson, but
I didn't even notice a coach that I've coached with on Mariemont, assistant Kevin Schulte. He was the head coach at Norwood for many years. And I coached with him. I was looking over there and I was like, it looks familiar, and I had to look it up. And
I haven't seen him down there. I know Kevin.
Yep.
So,
one of the first schools that I did coach at was Norwood.
The person was fouled right there. Danique Patterson picks up the foul. That's his first, and that's the team's first. Jackson Trester, 5'10 senior. In the ball game, 1 for 2. Reading gets a rebound. Back the other direction comes Brown. Patterson. Van Skype back in the ball game. Van Skype. Ross. Everybody's getting a touch right now for the Blue Devils.
Nice
drive is by Brown, and he's got his half. 7 points for A.J. Brown. Oh, that's going to be an offensive foul, definite. That's a no-brainer. Max McGowan, that's his 3rd foul. McGowan and Van
Who
Skype.
took that charge there? Was that also Gabe there?
I think so.
Because that would have been, either one would have picked up their 3rd foul. That was a big play right there, because either one was going to change their game for the rest of the game, because both of them had 2, so that was a big charge.
McGowan, he still stays in the game, though. He has 3 fouls. Van Skype. Manning, there is Brown again off the backboard.
They've been on fire ever since they was on 8 points, and it's been like that since the second quarter.
They have a 23-1 run right now, starting in about midway through the second quarter. Build up a 12-point lead, and Gabe Van Skyke knocks it out of bounds. It's going to stay down with Mariemont. Lackney's going to trigger it in to Doherty.
Nice
back
pass.
to Senes.
Adjustment. This is a tough play. Just Mariemont's it's been out of sorts ever since Reading's put on that gas. You know, it's been trying to stop the bleeding, as you want to say.
It's a tale of 2 cities here, as far as this game goes.
Right.
Mariemont dominated the first quarter and a half of the game. It's been all Reading since that time. Brown, does he get his 6th straight point? He does.
Really
He's
nice
now
point.
in double figures of 11.
Ooh, that would show him as a turnover, too. I'd love to see the official score of how long this drought's been without a field goal from Mariemont.
It's been a long time. Oh, that's going to be another, and that's going to be 4 fouls on Max McGowan.
And here's the same person that took the charge. So,
Yeah.
hey, you say there were 2 blocks. It's amazing how you got to tell your player, you know,
Well,
you got to be careful, because now he's really in foul trouble. 4 is, you know, 1 more, you're gone.
well, as we said before, Max did not play as a freshman. He was injured as a freshman. He's seeing his first varsity action now, so he's essentially a freshman as far as, you know, experience goes. There's Van Skype with the baseline. He's got it.
Looks like he could almost throw that down for how high he got.
That's his first points of the game.
But 2 big charges there by him, with 2 fouls at that.
That's a good point about the drought. That's off of Brown. How many minutes it's been since they scored their last field goal?
Maybe the start of the second, maybe 2 minutes off. It's been.
We played 3 minutes of this quarter now.
Nice move.
Nice move. There's Patterson right there. Ross picks it up, Patterson. And Patterson is tripped. And you know what? Max McGowan was in the game, and I believe that's his 5th foul.
He's got 5?
Well, I think so. I thought he had 4. No, they're signaling he has 5 fouls, and unbelievably,
I'm shocked, to be honest with you.
He has fouled out of the game. That's after scoring 11 points in the first and second quarter. That's unbelievable.
You don't see that a lot because usually you get an emergency timeout to get that player out. But also, he was just having like you said, he only averaged 6 or 7 points per game, but tonight he was on fire and then got himself in foul trouble.
Well,
Took two charges he just got, and then also that block. Next thing you know, it's.
Well, that last one, it was a trip. You tripped Patterson. Dave Caldwell's not too happy.
Well, they're going to go back, as a coach and the staff, they're going to go back and say, what did we do wrong on that? But still, even with him without, they've been on a drought with him and without because it's been a long time since they've scored.
That's a good point. Reading, believe it or not, has a 27-1 run right now.
And started the game 11-2 and couldn't buy a bucket.
Yeah. There is.
That'll be his 3rd foul. So 2 players tonight have had trouble in foul, but as you see how quickly he's coming out because you don't want to learn the same lesson he learned. It's amazing how quickly fouls can build up, and you've seen what happened to Mariemont there.
Gabe's 3rd, Reading's 2nd. Fought back in the ball game, by the way. And they cannot buy a basket. Unbelievable. Ross was trying to get over the Vaught, but it's tied up by Mariemont, kicked away from Mariemont, so Reading will get the ball underneath their own basket with 4:20 to go. We will be running back to those playback times at the end of this quarter. So. Nice feed, and there is the jam there by A.J. Brown. He has 8 this quarter, 13 for the game. A.J. has had 14 points twice this season.
Another turnover.
Another turnover. That's Manning, the Vaught.
Nice left hand.
You know, with Vaught back right now, this team has already been good without him. They're just that much better with him. And the drought has been broken.
Wow.
Cam Lackney with the...
But the bucket will count, I believe.
It's a 3-point basket by Lackney.
Let's see.
But there was a foul afterwards.
Even from Mariemont, thank God we got a bucket there.
I think they called the foul on Evan Sizer.
And that, even the bucket didn't even go in smooth. It rattled around. It wanted to come out, but luckily it went in. Okay, they have Gabe Van Skuyt up there right now, but I think the foul is on Evan Sizer. That's his 1st, and that's the team's 4th. I wasn't sure what caused the technical. Was it him boxing out? Or
I don't know. What's the technical?
Words or frustration is definitely going to kick in when your drought's that long.
That's the second one tonight. Ross gets both of them. He's 4 for 4 tonight. He has 15 points in the game right now. Ross has had 23 this season against Blanchester. Average is 16-1, so he's just about at his average now. 4th best in the league. He's triggering him to Vaught.
This Reading's been a totally different team.
There's T.J. Manning with the drive, and that's no good. Rebounded back out by the Warriors now. Back the other direction they come. We have a guy in the game here from Mariemont that we don't have on our roster here, number 44.
Maybe the guy that was the technical in the first half.
Cam Lackney, he has 5 this quarter. That's the only 5 points his team has had this quarter.
One thing we haven't seen a lot tonight is trade-off baskets where one team scores and the other team scores. It's really been the other team scores, except there, I guess.
There you go. Actually, he has 5 of the 6. Donique Patterson, his first points of the quarter, 7 for the game.
Nice play.
Vaught knocks it out of bounds.
Nice play by the ref, too.
Yeah. Ben Levine caught that ball.
I thought I was back in the game again.
He saved you from a nice pass there,
Right,
Frank.
I had this. I was leaning with the hand.
There you go.
But
you still got those quick reflexes, though.
Didn't get the foul.
It's a foul on Vaught. That's his first. That's the team's third. I think Bill Stidham's got to be happy with the play of Elijah Vaught tonight in this game. It's nice to have him back. It's just one more weapon now the Blue Devils have. 3-point attempt off back to the backboard from Cam Lackney. Ready now with the ball in a 19-point lead. Like you said, it's hard to believe it was 11-2 at one time in favor of Mariemont.
It seems like as soon as Ross hit them 2 3-pointers, they haven't looked back.
Yeah, that's right. I think you're right. I think that's the thing that's got them started. Donique Patterson now has 9 points. Reading has 45 now. 2 minutes to go in this quarter.
Nice move.
Nice move. We're going to see. You can look over on Polly's book over there and see who we got there. Well, that was number 44.
Chase Slusher's number 44.
A.J. Brown takes a seat in a bench as Cole Baker back in the ball game. Do we have
number 44 is Will Trubisky.
Trubisky. Will Trubisky. Thank you very much. And Will's got himself a basket. Vaught tried to scoop it up, but he is fouled underneath. And the foul was on Cam Lackney. That's his first. That's the team's sixth foul. Well, puts Vaught at the line for the first time this season. And he is perfect on the season. He has 5 points now. Paige McClure has come back in the ball game. 5'9" senior, number 3 for Mariemont. Second attempt now by Vaught. Off the rim.
Another steal.
There's a steal by Baker. Oh, Baker too hard off the rim. TJ Manning had the basket there, but he handed it off to Baker. Kind of a reward for the steal, but Baker could not get it to fall. There's a drive by Matteries. Ryan Matteries will be at the line here. Donique Patterson with the foul. His second foul. Ryan Matteries now at the line. Matteries, only a 33% foul shooter early on in the season. This is only the 6th game for
I was looking at that.
Yeah. That's going to be short. Brown back in the ball game. Patterson takes a seat on the bench. Matteries' second attempt. Ryan gets this one. He's in the book right now with his first point. Vaught with the drive to the basket. Vaught.
Oh, wow. It was a
High off,
kiss.
too high off the backboard.
Nice move, though.
Drew Malafa is in the game, by the way, for Mariemont, 6'4" junior. He's number 22.
Both teams will be on the 1-1 for the rest of the night after this foul.
Elijah Vaught with the foul.
Is that 6 fouls?
I got him with 6. All right, Bill Stidham's going to call a timeout. His second timeout of the game here is see Nash Morgan coming back in the game for that. CHL's doing Reading took timeout here. So as far as the CHL goes right now, girls basketball. So good race right now with the girls. Wyoming and Indian Hill are tied for first, 4-0. Indian Hill 7-1 in season. Wyoming 6-2, and right behind them at 3-1 are Deer Park and Mariemont. Both of them are 6-2 in the season. Taylor's leading the bowling with 5-0 lead, 7-1 overall. Deer Park leads the girls 3-0, 4-1 overall. Reading 7-2 overall. And swimming and wrestling are going strong. Actually, the swimming championships will be here at this high school in the natatorium, about 100 yards to our right here on February 1st and 2nd. The league wrestling championship will be at Wyoming on the 16th. Brown, almost a nice save out of bounds, but Mariemont gets it back. Quick shot and in. Malafa gets everything on that one. They're going to give him a 3 on it? I think they did, didn't they? And at the buzzer, no good. So Mariemont, it's a little bit of a comeback here in the second part of this quarter here. It's a 17-point lead now for the Blue Devils at 46-29. Our playback times should be coming up if you. They're not going to be coming up. You can stare at the TV all you want, but they won't come up here tonight. Go to ICRC-TV.com. You can see, they're going to have a shooting contest out here right now. I like the guy in the green shorts.
Oh, wow.
Anybody with green shorts.
But them are green Speedos all day.
This looks like something, look at this. How about the Wilt Chamberlain way of doing things?
Yeah, I'll give him credit on that, but the outfit is not getting any credit.
How many people know Wilt Chamberlain, though?
Oh, I hope everyone knows basketball knows who he is, at least. That's like saying Michael Jordan almost. It was always a top player.
He misses a three-pointer. Now he gets a half-court shot.
That's a tough one to pull out.
This is for some money right now. This guy looks like George of the Jungle here, doesn't he? Those shorts. Oh, not a bad shot there. Good job. Here's our volunteers that come up here tonight. Our volunteers, I'm sorry. ICRC, we need you. We need volunteers. We always have the greatest people do our games out here. You know, if we don't have volunteers, Nora Cohartless and Tony Suarez, our camera people out here tonight. Of course, Jason Dudley, our main man, is out there in the truck. We always need people. If we don't have people out here working and helping with great volunteers, Frank and I are just talking to ourselves right now. Jason at ICRC.com if you are interested in helping. Brown, fight for the rebound, goes to Mariemont. Of course, our games are always streamed on ICRC-TV. You can see that. And I'll tell you something about here at Lacrosse here in a second as soon as we get this particular possession done. There's a three-pointer, and that is good by Will Trubisky.
High RP3.
He's come off the bench and scored 5 points here, and all of a sudden we got a 14-point ball game. Reading was up as much as 21.
Well, I know probably the coach for Reading has stated that to them, that they had Madeira blown out and they let them come back, so he wants them to try to put them away because you want to you know, it's always great to come back from losses, but also you don't want other teams to come back on you either.
Donnie
Nice
Patterson
steal.
now in double figures. There's Brown with the layup. He's got it.
2 quick buckets there.
Brown's got 15 points, 10 of them in this half. And that is the season high now for A.J. Brown. He had 14 twice coming into this game. No. Shot is good. Ryan Matteries with his first basket, his 3rd point. 16-point lead now for the Blue Devils. 6 minutes ago in the game. Manning kicks
Nice
it off to
pass.
Denise
Missed it,
Patterson.
though.
Patterson could not make it drop. McClure with the rebound. Oh,
right
McClure
there.
is met right there by Gabe Van Skyte. He didn't go any further. All right, Trevisky in the paint. Battle is taken by Ross. Ross?
Wow.
Oh, Ross to Brown. That has got to be the best assist of the game tonight.
Little alley-oop layup there.
Wow. Back
Nice
the other
pass
direction,
going in. Nope.
and Patterson controls it. Kay Van Skyte. Whoops. There's Ross, 3-pointer. In and out. Oh! A.J. Brown tried to jam, but he could not get control of that after the 3-point miss.
If he would have got that follow, that would have been.
Yeah, we're going to see this assist again. Watch
Here's
this
Ross
assist.
just putting it up here for Brown, and just no one there except him coming out of nowhere to put it in.
Wasn't really an alley-oop, but it was enough to get it up there. We got a foul on somebody. Ryan Matteries at the line. Matteries misses the front end of 2 shots.
Just too long of a drought right now. I know there's still some time to come back, but that was a long drought to go without a field goal for Mariemont.
Yeah.
Started out the game hot. I mean, intensity was there. I mean, Reading didn't know what to do. They couldn't hit a shot, and then next thing you know, Reading came alive, and they haven't been able to have a 1-2 punch back for them.
Matteries is 1 for 3 tonight, 1 for 4 tonight from the line.
Back door.
Oh, nice feed, and foul is going to be coming up on Doherty. It's his first. And that's going to put Gabe Van Skyte at the line. Van Skyte, 50% foul shooter.
See Mariemont play on the holiday tournament after this game on the 27th, 28th in Kentucky, I believe, against Bracken County and Augusta County in the Ripley Holiday tournament.
Going down to the Bluegrass State to play some ball. Gabe gets that first point, or gets that first foul shot. Trying to give Ready now a 20-point lead again. Blue Devils will stay busy during the holidays as they have a game at St. Bernard on the 28th and at North College Hill on the 29th of December.
That North College Hill will be a good game. They've always been a top team in this sectional in Division III the last few years.
They actually come back with another non-league game before they go back into league play. They play at Laughlin on the 2nd.
That's your alma mater, ain't it?
Yes, it is.
So that'd be my alma mater versus your alma mater.
There you go. Nice job by John Michael Sennis. He had 2 quick baskets in this first quarter. Gets a baseline shot there, and he is fouled. They're not showing the fouls anymore, so I'm not getting them here. But nevertheless, Sennis trying to complete the 3-pointer the whole hard way, but go away.
Wow.
Oh!
Nice pass. It was right there for him, too.
The Brown, but nice job by Nash Morgan to take the rebound.
It was a long pass at that, too.
There's the drive by Brown, and he's got his.
This Brown's really impressed me tonight. Just his athleticism and is, finding his way to the hoop.
Season high 19 points for A.J. Brown. Matteries, he gets the basket. We talked about at the beginning of the game, Frank, that Reading's such a good three-point shooting team with over 40% from three-point arc. And Van Skyke knocks it out of bounds. They're going to call a foul on him?
Yeah. Which it must have been. It was a close one.
It's hard to say if it was clean or not because we were at a bad angle. But going back to this, Frank, even though we're going to see the replay on this.
Right. It's funny because the ref and the coach just there had a little laugh because he said it looked good, and then he gave him the little shrug like, yeah,
Senes gets 2 foul shots. He gets the first one. It's 7 points for John Michael Senes. But outside of the 2 quick three-pointers that kind of started that run for Reading, they've been doing it on the inside.
Yeah.
Their inside game has really stepped it up tonight. They have got a ton of points in the paint.
And both teams have kind of done a good job on, not limiting the offensive rebounds at that.
There's a three-pointer. And that is good by Nash Morgan.
How that always works that way.
Nash gets in the book now. He's the 7th Blue Devil to score tonight. 6th Blue Devil to score tonight.
A lot of players in the stat book for sure tonight by both teams.
Van Skyke.
Wow. Oh, up and under there.
Basket and 1. And the foul is on DeMichael. Gabe now has 6 points, trying for number 7.
Definitely early on in this season, Reading's definitely solidifying that they're a top team in the league with Deer Park. I mean, Deer Park and Wyoming are definitely elite, but Reading's definitely right there for being one of the top 3 teams in the league because they're looking really good so far this year for sure.
And we said before, getting Elijah Vaught back, is going to make him even tougher.
Right. A senior guard that's been there before, and that couldn't say it better myself. You're right.
Reading's called a timeout here with 3:01 to go in the game, and they are back down to now they're up to a 22-point lead in this game. 62 points are right off of their average of around 63 a game coming in. Defensively, they've given up about 57 a game. So defensively, this is one of their best efforts of the season right now. You look back on their season, they gave up, they allowed Norwood only 36 points. And
here in a second, you'll definitely see the reserves coming in. I wouldn't be surprised if not here in the next minute.
36 points is the lowest they have given up this season. So right now they're sitting at their 2nd lowest point total they have given up on the season. Well, this Mariemont team's young, and they're still trying to find themselves. You have to think right now, Frank, what would have been the difference if McCallum would have still been there too? Because when he was in there, they were fired up a couple of times in there, and he scored those 11 points in the first half and then got into foul trouble and fouled out of the game early in the 3rd quarter. 2
charges too like that.
Shot was no good by Malafa. And that puts Drew at the line.
CHL in a whole right now, even the bottom teams have been playing better than usual. Taylor's playing better, Finningtown's playing better, so a lot of teams are challenging even the top teams. Because I've seen that Taylor took on Deer Park and it was a 7-point game.
Yeah.
I mean that's compared to last year. I know I've seen Deer Park play live this year against Taft, and they still look really elite. So that's pretty impressive to keep them that close. So there's a lot of teams. They're all playing well. Wyoming's definitely
Wyoming's going to be a team to contend with because if you look at that team, they were slow getting starter there as their season goes because of the varsity players on that Wyoming team. 10 of the 12 were on the state championship football team. So they actually postponed their first couple games of the season. Since that time, they've won 3 in a row, including a 1-point win over Deer Park. So,
well, 2 of their best players are 2 stars in football. So
Joey Evans and Evan Prater, and that's taken away by Vaught.
The one thing I did notice with Deer Park this year, they're not very deep at all. You know, they're 5-men play, and if they're in foul trouble, they're in trouble. But still, they still have a nice team to be able to go for a big run.
Right. Elijah Vaught has 7 points now in his first game of the season.
And a late starter at that, had to start right, you know.
He came in because Manning had a jersey problem there, so he actually started the game tonight. So we put him down as an official starter tonight.
Yep.
And Matarese is tied up underneath. I think they're going to call that on Nash Morgan. They do. So that puts Ryan Matarese back in line. He's struggled tonight. He's struggled this season. He's only a 33% foul shooter. Ryan, a 6'2" junior. Got that one. That didn't look like a 33% foul shooter. Louis Hess, 6'2" freshman coming in the game for Reading. Boy, we watched Hess tonight in the JV game. He shot the lights out of the ball in the JV game. He had at least 4 3-pointers in that game.
Wow.
He's one of the strong 3-point shooters. Matarese gets them both. Ryan now is up to 7 points. 1:25 to go in this contest as Reading's looking to improve to a 7-1 start, their best in over 4 years.
No coach will take that any day. That's a great start.
And the ball is taken away by.
And finally a victory
Matarese.
without it being too close at that. You know, like you said, a lot of the games have been, heart attack, too close to. So it'll feel good to get a good victory.
Well, I tell you what, Will Trubisky's getting some playing time tonight. He just got another 3-pointer. That's 8 points for him tonight. I think Coach Caldwell's got to look at him and maybe get him with some more varsity time here. All right, we're going to see some highlights at the end of the game tonight of this game, courtesy of Jason Dudley, and that's another one.
Making the game a
How
lot
about
closer
that?
than
He
it
has
is.
11 points right now. He's tied for leading scorer of the game.
Where they call them junk points a little bit when you got JV players in.
Right, but still
when you're shooting them, he's still shooting a long 3. And
Logan Stidham in the game for Reading. Logan, of course, is the freshman, is the son of Bill Stidham, the coach. Stidham tries a 3-pointer, and he gets it at the buzzer.
so he even makes the scorebook.
So right at the buzzer, Logan Stidham hits the 3-pointer, makes our final score. The Blue Devils are Reading 66, the Warriors of Mariemont 49. Mariemont goes to 2-4 overall, 1-3 in the league. Reading 7-1 overall, 3-1 in the league. You said before this Reading team, Frank, your final comments on this. They look good tonight. They're off to a good start. They got a couple of teams they got to deal with in the league. They've already lost to Deer Park. They haven't played Wyoming yet. But this team, I think with Elijah Vaught back, they stay healthy, they could be a contender down the road.
I mean, they've definitely impressed me tonight, seeing them play. And, with the senior-related team, leaving it all on the floor, that's what you got to do. And
congratulations once again to Kevin Ferry and the Mariemont girls lacrosse team. And by the way, I want to tell you that you can see, this is tonight, this was, I think, a Blitz 5 game here.
Okay.
And A.J. Brown's getting an award here for the Blitz 5 player of the game. So the Mariemont lacrosse team, ICRC-TV covered them all the way up to the state championship. And you can see those games on ICRC-TV if you go to ICRC-TV.com. So, okay, so that's going to be it. Your final tonight, 66-49 for the entire ICRC crew. From Frank Edwards, right next to me. This is Bill Brett saying, Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, everybody. We'll be seeing you here in ICRC TV Sports.